Olivia Buzaglo is back in the studio with us. Morning, Olivia.
Good morning.
Morning.
Olivia Buzaglo.
Morning, Gabby. Just before I get into the back pages, I would like a formal apology from Gabby Agbonlahor on air, who on Friday didn't put Reece James in his combined Chelsea-Arsenal 11.
I am very sorry for doing that. I just thought Timber better defensively, but I apologise because Reece James was fantastic. Olivia Buzaglo.
All of the talk beforehand about comparisons between Caicedo and Declan Rice. Reece James was the best player on the field by a country mile.
Top.
And I absolutely love him as a player. Mm-hmm. The sad thing is, as the manager said afterwards, he can't play 90 minutes against Leeds. In the next game, they've got to manage his minutes, which is a big issue if you're Enzo Maresca.
Yeah, it's a little bit frustrating. He has been fit for over a year now, we haven't ever said that about Reece James for years. But I do think Enzo Maresca does deserve credit, because as much as we want to see Reece James play every week because he's so brilliant, to pick and choose, he plays 45 minutes here and there sometimes. And I think we are getting a version of Reece James that maybe we saw years ago.
Do you guys do you feel actually he's better in a midfield role than he is at fullback?
Oh, I think he's world class in both positions.
Yeah, I really enjoyed him in that midfield role.
Yeah, me too.
Because he's added a lot of fight in there as well. Yesterday, it was like he was possessed. He was throwing Moreno on the floor. He had that aggression about him. His passing range, top player.
Oh,
yeah,
brilliant.
Reece James was unbelievable yesterday. But dominating the back pages, a couple of stories that are on actually most of the back pages. On the back of the Sun, Mikel Merino saying it was a horrible foul. He slammed Moises Caicedo for a horrible lunge, which of course saw Moises Caicedo get sent off. And also, this is on UFA. Lucas Paqueta blaming the FA for his red card meltdown. He obviously went on X to saying how his life and career has been affected. I mean, he maybe hasn't had the support that he thought he should get. On the back page of the Express, sock it to him. Enzo Maresca got embroiled in a red card row. He did come out and say that Moises Caicedo's one was a red card, but also thinks Nkapie should have been sent off for the elbow on Trevor Chalobah. Again, on the Express, Paqueta's rage at FA. He blasts ridiculous lack of help. And on the back page of the Mail, Enzo's ref rant. Maresca blasts officials for not sending off Arsenal star. I mean, I'm not quite sure that Nkapie's was a red card. I think probably a yellow for that was fine.
I think he got it just right.
He wasn't looking at... He didn't look at Chalobah.
Looked at the ball.
Yeah.
And the other thing was an elbow. Your arm is bent. His wasn't. There was no intent. And of course, there was contact. You just need to look at Chalobah's face, But I think the yellow card was spot on, as I thought the red card was spot on for Caicedo.
Okay, so Moises Caicedo, here we go. We need like a bell, don't we? A boxing bell. So obviously Enzo Fernandez.
It would be over in round one.
Would it? I don't know if it would be, Jeff. I don't know if it would be.
The clearest red card.
No, sorry. I'm not saying it wasn't a red card. I think everyone can agree it probably was a red card. But Enzo Maresca's comments after the game, he admitted, he came out and said, I did think it was a red card. What his frustration is, and I can see it, and I think a lot of football fans, not just Chelsea fans, can see it, is that exact tackle 3 weeks ago was given as a yellow. After going to VAR, it is exactly the same tackle. And the Premier League's coverage that I watched, they brought up the Bentancur tackle as well. I saw quite a lot of news outlets bringing it up yesterday. I think that's just the only frustration that Enzo Maresca has, is that Moises Caicedo got sent off, rightly so. But why was the same? And I think managers have a right to want consistency. Do they not, Gabby?
I think so. I look at that tackle you're talking about. I thought that was a red. I thought yesterday was a tackle on Kamara in the Villa game, similar to Caicedo. Wasn't a red card. Ref went over to the screen. Yellow card. I feel that for me, when I played, and I know I don't sound like a dinosaur, but nearly after every game, I would have the biggest stud marks on my ankle from a tackle like Caicedo's, and it was never a red card. Even on the Monday night I played with my mates, I come back with marks like that on my ankles. I don't think it was a red card. I think it's clumsy. I think it's yes, it looks dangerous when you slow it down, but at full pace, I really don't, and I might be one of...
There you go, Rob. The real Gabby stood up. The one who was talking too much sense this morning.
I just feel like he hasn't meant it. He's late for the ball. Yes, he was fired up for the whole game, Caicedo, before he was sent off, and I loved it. It was a throwback for me. But I just feel like, could the referee have said, is it an orange card?
He was handing out yellows, wasn't he? From the moment the game kicked off.
Which tried to keep a bit of control over it.
But did he, though? Is that keeping control?
We talked about this beforehand, and the reason that the interpretation of the Bentancur challenge and this one are different is that the officials, the referee and the VAR operators and that, they're human. So you and I, we've seen the same incident and things, or Gabby and I have seen the same incident, and we see it
Different
differently.
opinion, yeah.
We see it differently, and that's because we're human, and that's always going to happen. It's subjective, and that's consequently why
think
you are
the Benson
never going to
call,
get
Jeff?
every single decision being precisely the same.
Did you think the Benson call one was a red or?
I don't. I can't even remember.
It's the same. Jeff, I'll give it to you. It's the same as what you saw.
And I'll tell you the other thing.
So you think it was a red card?
The other thing, Olivia, was that you said a lot of football fans are saying it was. No, nobody who's not a Chelsea fan could care less about what happened to Bentancur.
There was. Because
It's Chelsea fans purely who could care about that.
It's a wider problem. It's not just Chelsea.
What Maresca should really have come out and done is said, yeah, it was a red card. He was pumped up. It was way over the top. But we were brilliant with 10 men, and they were. And left it at that. Don't start, having a dig at the officials and things. That was my only complaint, because I thought Chelsea were excellent and they showed how to play a game with 10 men. They might easily have won the game as well. I particularly loved it. It's been highlighted a few times. When Arsenal got a corner relatively late on, and they left 3 players out, and consequently, there's not a mass of players in the box. Sanchez, who was really good, by the way, came out and collected comfortably. No,
like Jeff said about different opinions, there's been loads of footballers that have just recently retired on social media saying it's never a red card.
Yeah.
Because maybe when we played, and I'm talking about players that are probably still in their late 30s, so it's not like 60, 70-year-old ex-players, even recently retired, are saying, not a red card for me, because it happens. It happens in training, it happens in games. It's like, it's clumsy. He hasn't meant to do it. That's like saying Hincapia's elbow. He hasn't meant to do it, but he's done it. Yeah. So is that a red because it's clumsy? Similar sort of problems that you get.
I think that Caicedo knew the potential consequences if he's got him, and his feet were off the ground, by the way, before he's gone in as well. Only marginally, but they were off the ground. And once you've made that decision, then you know the consequences if you get it a little bit wrong. I'm not saying there was any malice in the challenge, because I'm pretty sure there wasn't. No. But, you just know the consequences.
It's frustrating that on another day it's a yellow card. And another day, Caicedo doesn't get sent off. It's 11v11 and you don't know what happens.
Kamara gets the same tackle yesterday against Wolves. I think it was Gomez or Andre in the midfield. And yellow card. And you look at both and you're like, this same tackle.
Wasn't VAR brought in to improve consistency so that refs can have another look at it?
Yes, but it improves certain things, but it's still subjective. It's still subjective, I
wasn't sure on the height of it as well, because when I first saw it, I was like, obviously studs up on his shin. Yeah. Is a no-brainer.
It's not, is it?
It was on his ankle, and sometimes they do take height into consideration.
Jeff.
They do take height into consideration.
I've got a text from Silver Surfer. Thank you, Silver Surfer. He says, just right. Nobody but Chelsea fans care about the Bentancur tackle. Move on. So that's what we'll do. Thanks, Olivia.